Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Shoot. How did you do that?
It's because you're a noob.
Okay, first off, I'm not a noob. I've been playing for years, so I didn't want to hear it. All right, I'll get you this time. Ready? And here I go. And come on. And oh. Seriously, this is your first time. How are you beating me?
Yeah, your mom's so fat.
You do not bring my mother into this, all right? That is not how I raised you. And hey. Oh. Hey, me. What you doing? Oh, hey, me. Yeah, I'm just playing some Battlefield 2 with Jeffrey over there. Hey, it's been a while, man. How have you been? Did you get a haircut? Oh, thanks for asking. No. In fact, I did not get a haircut. As you can see, my hair is longer, so that would mean I didn't get a haircut. Aren't you forgetting something? No, I don't think so. Is it your birthday? Wait, no, it's not. Because it's not my birthday, so it wouldn't be your birthday either. So there isn't, a new episode of The Mandalorian out that you need to review, right? No, I don't think that's anytime soon. I mean, it's only September, right? I'm being sarcastic, me. Yes, there is a new episode of The Mandalorian out. You need to review it, like, right now. Oh, yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not kind of feeling it right now. I kind of want to keep playing Battlefield 2. Would you stop killing me?
I'm gonna kill you.
Like, now? Come on, let's go. Fine, alright. I'll do the review. What do you think, Jeffrey? You up to doing a review?
All the noobs will die.
Alright, let's do it. Gosh, you're such an idiot. Hey, what's up, Internet peoples? Todd here, and Jeffrey as well, here to talk about the new Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 1. Well, Jeffrey, what did you think of the new episode?
Why are you wearing a shirt with my face on it? That's really weird.
Yeah, I agree. It's really cool, right?
Nobody does that. Nobody
Yeah,
does
like,
that.
it was a really good episode. I actually think it's my favorite episode so far. Like, it was really good, and as a longtime Star Wars fan, I thought it was really rewarding. What is it?
I'm gonna go back and play the game.
We're doing a review. You gotta take a break from the game, okay?
I wanna play the game. No, I gotta get back. I gotta
Okay,
see my
okay,
moves.
alright, fine. Go play the game, whatever, fine.
Bye!
You're getting addicted to that thing, Alright, I guess we're doing this ourselves today. So we actually have quite a bit happening in this episode. Basically, we find out that the Mando is looking for other Mandalorians so that he can get a string of contacts together that he can trust to help him find information on Baby Yoda's species, or Jeffrey, actually, as we should call him, because his name is Jeffrey. We have now decided that. And for those who don't get what I'm talking about with the whole Jeffrey thing, I decided to call Baby Yoda Jeffrey. You can watch my video on fake news about that, where Jeffrey made his first appearance on my show. The Mando gets information about a possible Mandalorian on Tatooine, and so he flies to Tatooine and meets the Marshal, who is wearing Boba Fett's armor, but he's not actually a Mandalorian. And one thing I really loved about seeing the Marshal in this episode, or Cobb Vanth, he's known as, he's actually a character from the book Aftermath, or the Aftermath trilogy. And his story was told pretty much as it was in the episode in that book. He was a Marshal who bought Boba Fett's armor to liberate his small town from some gang leaders, or the mining guild leaders. And I just think that's really cool because he is now the first character who's been created for a book specifically that has been brought to live action. And again, as someone who tries to consume as much Star Wars information as possible, who reads as many of the books as he can, plays as many of the video games as he can, and reads as many comics as he can, seeing these characters be brought into the larger Star Wars universe is just really cool and satisfying to me. It makes reading those stories so much more rewarding to know that, something you read in one area is going to be acknowledged in another place, It makes the universe feel larger and more connected. Another thing that was really awesome, going back to earlier in the episode, seeing R5-D4, I don't know why, but I've always had a soft spot for that droid. And for those who don't know, that's the droid that actually Luke and Uncle Owen in Episode 4 originally bought instead of R2-D2, and then his head exploded because he had a bad motivator. It's the exact same droid, not only because he's called R5 in the episode, but he's got a scorch mark on the back of his head from where the motivator exploded. So for me, it's just really cool to see him again. Like, do you ever have this small, insignificant character, like background character, in a TV show or a movie that you just have a small attachment to for some reason, and you can't explain it. He's not like your main favorite character or anything. He's just there and you like him. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has that, but for me, one of those characters is R5D4 for me. I just have always been attached to like his design, just the ruggedness of his astromech appearance. Like he's just really cool to me. I like him. So to see him again and know that he's alive and well is good. And another thing that I absolutely loved was seeing a crate dragon. Now, we've seen crate dragons in Legends. In fact, like you fight one in Knights of the Old Republic, and I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. And you see their skeletons. You can see a skeleton of a crate dragon in Episode 4, which is where the whole mythos of the crate dragons came from. And actually, Obi-Wan's scream in Episode 4 to scare away the Tusken Raiders is actually him mimicking a crate dragon scream. So that's another thing I loved as well when showing the crate dragon and hearing the roar of a crate dragon. It was just a louder, like more intense version of that scream Obi-Wan did. So I thought that was really cool. And this episode also marks the first canonical appearance of a crate dragon. So that's really cool as well. It's cool to see something that has been referenced so many times in both Legends and canon finally making an appearance. Like I said before, we have seen crate dragons in like Knights of the Old Republic, in old Ralph McQuarrie paintings, but like this, like seeing it in canon in a live action movie is just really satisfying. And their whole plot to take it down and kill it, that was kind of cool. Like I really liked that. Like it's very similar to how it's done in Knights of the Old Republic. So when Revan was searching through the caves of Tatooine for his star map and found that it was in one of the star maps was inside a crate dragon cave, it's the exact same or almost the exact same plan where they lured it out with a bantha, and then once it came out of the cave, they lit some explosives and killed it. And then they subtly showed well, not subtly, I guess, a crate dragon pearl as well, like bringing those into canon as well. Like this episode made canon a lot of things that were from Knights of the Old Republic or other legend stories. And so for me, again, as a longtime fan, seeing that stuff in this episode was really rewarding and satisfying. But of course, outside of that stuff, this episode was really good. It was well written. It was really well acted. I love the casting choice for Cobb Vanth. He was a really cool dude. He really brought this character to life and made him a very likable character. And seeing him and the Mando like teaming up, both wearing this Mandalorian armor, was just really cool. Even though technically Cobb Vanth isn't a Mandalorian and he's not Boba Fett, just seeing him wear the Boba Fett armor just was really, really cool. And I love how the armor just doesn't fit on him properly. Like he looks like a Comic-Con cosplayer who just bought this armor from some like cosplay shop, and he's like, "Hey guys, look at me, I'm Boba Fett." It's just, he doesn't even have all of the pieces, so it's like it looks so cobbled together. It obviously looks like it's not meant for him. And again, of course, seeing seeing Jeffrey was always amazing. He's super cute and adorable. He didn't do a whole lot in this episode, and that's all right for me because there was already just so much going on, and there really wasn't much space for a baby to do much here. So yeah, I'm not expecting Jeffrey to go and beat up a crate dragon. Yeah, and speaking of that crate dragon again, the design of it was really cool. It did look fairly similar to the Legends version and the old Ralph McQuarrie paintings, although for some reason they changed it to be more of like a snake or like a slug of some kind that just kind of digs through the ground. Like in Legends, it has arms and legs. It's more like a giant like Komodo dragon or something. Whereas in this one, they just turned it more into a giant snake, which is cool, but there's a little part of me that's like, yeah, but I really would have liked it to have legs and arms and be more like what I saw in Legends and I'm more familiar with. Like to me, like I imagine a crate dragon and I think of Knights of the Old Republic, But I guess it makes sense because again, canonically, that skeleton in Episode 4 is a crate dragon skeleton and it doesn't have arms or legs, but you could just assume that the arms and legs are buried under the sand or something. The bones of that. So yeah, anyway, that's just a small complaint I have, but I still really enjoyed the episode. It was really fun. I don't think there's anything else really to talk about. Oh wait, yeah, there's the fact that Boba Fett's alive. Yeah, at the end of the episode where we see the mysterious figure on the cliff, and Tamir Morris just turns around and you see it's Tamir Morris, the guy that played Jango Fett and all the clones. And since Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett, you know, he would most likely be Boba Fett. I mean, granted, they don't say in the episode, "Hey guys, this is Boba Fett." But, so, like, they could technically come around and say, oh, it's actually not Boba Fett, it's like a clone from the Clone Wars or something. I doubt it is, though. Like, the guy looks like he's been through a lot. Almost like he's got scars on his face, like he was burned by the acids of the stomach of a Sarlacc pit or something. And since he appears in an episode with Boba Fett's armor, and he sees Mando drive away with his armor, you know, he's kind of like, I'm gonna go get my armor. I'm gonna go get it. I'm thinking very likely that this is Boba Fett. I don't know why they would show him if it's in this episode if it's not Boba Fett. And that's cool. Like, I've never really been the biggest Boba Fett fan, to be honest. I've always kind of thought Boba Fett was a little overrated, in my opinion. I mean, the guy has never really won a fight with anyone in canon he's ever faced. The only cool thing he really did was follow the Millennium Falcon to Bespin. And don't get me wrong, in Legends, he's a lot cooler. In fact, in Legends, he ended up becoming leader of the Mandalorians. He became Mandalore. So, that was cool. And he had some good stories in some of the other books as well. Yeah, in canon, he's kind of a little overrated. I would say there are other bounty hunters that are better than him. In fact, I think Jango Fett's better than Boba Fett in many ways. I know, probably a controversial opinion there. Yeah, I'm going to say right here. Hot take, Jango Fett's better than Boba Fett. It's nice to see him again. And I'm interested to hear the story of how he got out of the Sarlacc pit. So yeah, overall, I'd say this was a really great episode. I really don't have anything negative to say about it. This episode is probably my favorite out of all of them, and not just because Boba Fett shows up, and you know, not because we see a crate dragon. And actually, you know what? It's for all those reasons. Yeah, like if it weren't for all of those things, this probably would have been just another average episode of The Mandalorian. But it's a strong opening. I'm really excited to see what's going to happen in the future in the rest of the season. I kind of hope that the rest of the season isn't just cameos from characters we know popping up. I like The Mandalorian as its own thing, even though I do like seeing those cameos. You know, I'm kind of holding hope that we might see a Luke Skywalker cameo or something, but you know, that's just me. Either way, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they've really proven themselves with the first season and this first episode of season 2, so I have faith that they're going to handle this show really well. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Jeffrey, did you want to say anything?
I don't want to say anything. No.
Oh, come on, you gotta say goodbye to people. This is,
I don't want to say
you can't just hide in your room and play games all day. Come on, say goodbye to everybody.
Nobody makes me stop playing my games. No one. No one.
All right. Well, as always, have a good one.